Our journey begins in Boston, 1839, inside the newsroom of a mischievous newspaper called the Boston Morning Post. At this time, witty journalists had started a bizarre trend. They intentionally misspelled phrases for comic effect. All correct became all correct. And then someone shortened it to the two letters that would change history. OK. It was never meant to be serious, just a linguistic joke. But fate had bigger plans. Fast forward to 1840, when the U.S. presidential election was heating up. Supporters of candidate Martin Van Buren needed a catchy slogan. His hometown was Kinderhook, New York, and his nickname was Old Kinderhook. Suddenly, the joking newsroom abbreviation became a political weapon. Vote for Old Kinderhook. Vote OK. Americans loved it. Buttons, banners, and bar speeches echoed the letters everywhere. Even people who disliked Van Buren kept using the term. The joke word had become national vocabulary because of an election. But the story didn't stop there. When the telegraph arrived in the 1850s, operators preferred short, simple signals that couldn't be confused. Many ambiguous words were too risky, but OK, two clean letters, impossible to misread. So telegraph operators spread the word even further across states, railroads, and eventually the entire world. By the 20th century, OK had traveled farther than any American ever had. It crossed oceans with soldiers during World War II, jumped into Hollywood scripts, and became a universal sign of agreement, safety, and completion. When astronauts aboard Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969, one of the first confirmations spoken across millions of miles was OK. A word born from a joke in a bustling Boston newsroom ended up on the surface of the moon. Even today, linguists call it the most successful American export in history, more famous than jazz, fast food, or blue jeans. And the strangest part? If that Boston journalist hadn't been bored enough to misspell a joke phrase, we might all be saying something completely different. So the next time you tap OK, remember, you're not just agreeing. You're carrying a piece of American history, born from humor, powered by politics, spread by technology, and immortalized by the stars.